Good evening. Sonny here, Mesa, Arizona. You're watching these tapes here. If you don't see Jesus or feel his presence, run. Run. But I'll tell you up front, he's alive and well, living within his people. Man. You know, all the years of doing magic, what it did teach me for what I'm doing today at age 70, it taught me because when I was doing my magic tricks, my my honey, my wife, I love her. She hated magic, so a lot of the magic tricks that I did, like the 3 card Monty, she didn't like. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. I thought it was the greatest thing in the world outside of Jesus, and it turned into a 15-year off Broadway show. Uh, Romania, I couldn't do much in Romania, so I do a couple of rope tricks. But we went down with Times Square Church to Paraguay in '96, '97. I went with Times Square Church to Israel in '97 to build a church right on top of where Mount Carmel, where the prophet Elijah called down fire from heaven. In '96, we were up there. We were up there for 2 weeks. There was 19 of us. We left at JFK. We went over to Israel. I think that was a nonstop. Yeah, that was 13 hours nonstop. Anyway, we did that. We were there for like 2 weeks. It was a 2-year project, but they were building right on top of Mount Carmel. I got the thing right here. I should have had it ready. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. I'm sorry. I didn't know I was going to. I never prepare for these things, and these things come. The Lord says, "Well, be good." Anyway, can you see Mount Carmel, where the prophet Elijah? That's a 14-foot tall statue of the prophet Elijah. Uh, anyway, we went over to build the church. The pastor, his name was Dave Davies, and he went through, I think, teen challenge, but I think he wasn't a druggie. I think he might have been a drinker, boozer. He actually was an actor on Broadway, right here in New York City. So anyway, he got born again and he got saved. Went through teen challenge, I believe. I don't want to really say for sure, but anyway, his wife was a Jewish girl, a Jew. Yeah. So and they went to the Lord led them to Mount Carmel, and they built a church right there where the Jews, born again Jews, and born again Muslims got together. They had a place in Haifa, which is just like a stone's throw away from Mount Carmel. It was called, I think, Victory Center, something like that. Victory Center, Victory Outreach, something like that. It was back in '96. The first visit. Anyway, we built the church. We only had it for 2 weeks. It was a 2-year project. People came from around the world to help build that church, and I hope it's still going because our blood, sweat, and tears went into it. I don't know what you want I'm doing here. All right, if I post this, it's going to be probably V 705. I don't want to be a motor mouth. There's things that I'm going to say that's going to reach different other people. So I look at a conehead here. What the hell is this shit? What the hell is this shit? I'm sorry. It's a family channel. I know. He's still working on me. Born and raised in Brooklyn, 4 years in the Navy. I went in a drinker, came out of falling down drunk. My pop, my dad, he served in World War II. He was a drunk before he went in, but he never recovered. He died in a Brooklyn hospital right down by the piers, Water Street or whatever. He died right at 57 or so. He never recovered from the drunks, from being a falling down drunk. And he was a Boilermaker. If you guys are from Brooklyn, Boilermaker, boom, you get a beer and then you take a shot, you boom, call it a depth charge. But it's so much fun growing up in Brooklyn. Anyway, and then boom, one shot, bing bada boom, one shot you go down. You know what bing bada boom means? When I left, did the 4 years in the Navy, landed in JFK. I'm out of here. Made it to Jersey City, just not far out of New York, but it was in the right direction. Bing bada boom means in English, right? Bing is bing bada boom. bada bing. All right, I'll do it in slow motion. Bing, bada boom, bada bing. What that means in the Queen's English is life is full circle. Where you started, bing, you're down here, and you're going back up. We all got to go back. I don't care what you believe, who you believe, or whatever. You started, boom, boom, you're going back. We're going to be judged. Here's the problem. Religion is all doo-doo. Not church people, the system. I'm talking about the system. We lost the system. The power went out when in 325 when who's that guy? See, I'm losing myself. See, I didn't prepare for this, so now Constantine. I'm sorry. Excuse-moi. Constantine saw the cross. His mom was already a Christian. He went ahead and made everybody priest, but they were all serving false gods. So they just, they Christianized it. That's the only thing you can say. It's like the Salvation Army when they were in England in the 1900s. They would walk down the street and with the drums and all that, and the girls and the long dresses on, and they would sing songs, Christian songs, but the Christian songs were former songs that they sang in the taverns. So when they changed it to American music, to Christian music, everybody already had the beat. Well, it's the same thing with religion. These guys were serving the false gods. It was before the real God came along, so you can't blame them. Abraham wasn't a Jew. Abraham wasn't born a Jew. His father-in-law used to make the little gods and all that stuff, idols. And when God told Abraham, hey, take off. He never told him to take their family. He just said, go. So Abram became Abraham. Just like Paul, before he got converted, Saul became Paul. Okay? Petra became the pebble. Some think he's a rock, but I don't know. But anyway, I love these guys. When you meet them in heaven, you know what? We got to start doing day trips. I'm going to tell you why. Because Mike Parsons is doing day trips right now. He's been doing them for years. There are people out here that are doing day trips to heaven, and you think it's New Age and all that. God bless you. You're going to church. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. But the point being is, if you want a fruit basket, you're going to have to open your eyes to what God is doing right now at this moment. Right now, it's the 29th of, December. And we're in the year 2018. New Year's is coming around the corner. I don't prepare this stuff. I'm going to have to in the future. But right now, right now, I'm actually testing the music. So I may not even post this. I don't even know where the hell I was. Well, anyway, the same thing happened to me. I mean, my Christian name is there, and the Lord had me look it up one day, and the name means general. So it's like I had that calling on my life from day one. Everybody's got a calling. We got getting back to the going to heaven. I got sidetracked. They were doing that back in the 1900s. There was ladies out in California. I think they were called the Golden Girls, or the ladies of gold, and they had an open heaven right there in California, right there in their house. John G. Lake. They did traveling, not astral projection, but God. They did out of body experiences, going to heaven and all. That's the way we're gonna have to do it in these last days. For 2,000 years, think about this, please. Just please. For 2,000 years, we've been praying, Our Father, right, on earth as it is in heaven. How many times can you pray that prayer and not believe it? The shortest Bible verse in the Bible is St. John 11:35. Jesus wept. Some say he wept because he knew what was coming in the Garden of Gethsemane, but I believe he wept because for the first time in forever, I mean, it was never going to happen again. I think when Jesus was on the cross as the man, because he was 100% man, 100% God, I think the separation from the Father, because Father couldn't look on that sin, that could be wrong. But and when he cried, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? You must understand in the Jewish culture, when you use a name twice, like Mary at the gravesite when Jesus risen, it means friend. Abraham, Abraham. Moses, Moses. It's more than, yeah, give me 5. And now give me 10. So when Jesus cried on the cross, my God, he was quoting Psalm 22, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Man, he died of a broken heart, man. If you, if you don't get that, I don't know what. You think religion can give you more than a relationship? You really, I got a bridge, but you know, in the old neighborhood, you believe that, you believe anything. If your religion is working for you, turn this tape off and get me out of your life, because once you hear truth, you are responsible for what you hear. No more pussyfooting around. I'm telling you, day camp is out. This is it. This is the rap. If you believe in the Bible and you believe in the rapture, what they teach, I hold the view that my spiritual father Dave Wilkinson held. To pan you. So we're going to pan out. He says, you know what he said? He says, when they came in with that easy believing all stuff in China, he says they lost all their power. Persecution is what is the seeds of the saints, is martyrdom. So we got a lot of things coming. But anyway, I was ready for the rapture a long time ago. Jesus plus nothing equals everything. You can't add nothing to your salvation. You can't buy candles. You can't give money and tithes. I told you guys I don't believe in tithing, because everything belongs to the Lord. My trips to Israel, missionary trips to Israel, South America, Paraguay in '96, 2 trips to Israel, 96 with the church, to build the church, and then in 208, 3 churches out here from Mesa, Arizona, Tempe, Arizona, went 80 Christians. That was more sightseeing, but it was still a missionary trip. So, if you think you live, we got over 30 to 40,000 different denominations, and these are denominations that call themselves Christian. Bottom line is, people that go to hell are going to go to hell for what they did not do. I could do this in less than 1 minute. When Jesus died on the cross, for God so loved the world. I got the tat here. See? Jesus saves. That's all you're going to get out of me. Not religion. John 3:16. Saving grace. Amazing grace. Buying candles. Putting money in a poor box. Doesn't mean nothing. People will burn in hell, if there is a hell, for what they didn't do. All sin was paid for on the cross. When Jesus died, he died for Hitler's sins, he died for my sins, and any other sinners out there. Paid in full. The problem is the separation that we have, because we don't have a relationship. Religion will never give you a relationship. I listened for 30 years to the best of them all. I love these guys, and I still love them. Perry Stone, I bought a holy oil from him. What does that have to do with salvation? All he does is talk about Israel. Hey, I love the Jews. Grew up in Brooklyn, maybe 10 blocks from Williamsburg. When I grew up, it was the largest population of Jews outside of Jerusalem. Back in Jersey, I had 30 years of trucking. I worked for 3 different Jewish men. Well, one was a cousin, one was his cousin, and there's a manager. But they were good with their money, but they were hard too. You get what you pay for. And we were teamsters, and we worked like hoos. We were sold out to the system. He was greedy, and we were greedy, and we were teamsters. So when the sun went down, the price went up. I can't tell you how many. Well, 32 years of trucking day and night. You figure how many hours I put behind the wheel. We went 11 states out of Jersey. Linden, New Jersey. I drove for Linden Motor Freight. You go over the Gatos Bridge, boom, you're right in Jersey. Linden, New Jersey. Elizabeth, New Jersey. Newark Airport to the north. Bing, bada, boom, you're right there. 32 years, night and day. Made good money. At 55, they said, we don't need you no more. C'est la vie. So, you know, that was that. At my age, 55, I tried to get a job. At 55, you kind of used up. And I'm having the time of my life. I tell you, it was the best thing that ever happened to me that they closed the doors. I'm out here 13 years, and I'm loving it. I had an adjustment I had to get used to. You know, coming from the East Coast out to Mesa, Arizona, which is basically a valley. You got, you know, Phoenix, you got Tempe, Scottsdale to the north, Gilbert to the south. I mean, your locals know this, but somewhere on the East Coast, man. And then after Tempe, then you have Mesa, and then you have Apache Junction. And we're surrounded by mountains, big, tall hills, I would say, but low mountains. Okay, low mountains. And this is biker heaven. For 10 years, I ran with the American Legion out in Apache Junction, Post 27, off of Meridian Avenue. You know, I did it all. I volunteered. I did cook. I did a chaplain, sergeant at arms. I mean, we did a lot of stuff that people don't even know. And I love veterans. They put their life on the line for this country. And you got people coming in here telling me I can't talk about Jesus Christ? Okay. We'll see how that works out. I got fired from one job. I was too, you know, I wasn't talking of it. It's just everybody knew I was a Christian. You know, hey, Jesus said you're no higher than the master. If the master was tormented, and you know, he says you're no higher. So don't expect the world bend over and kiss your ring or something like that. Anyway, only one thing's going to send people to hell is refusing to receive the free gift. Everybody's going to have a really clear view of the gospel before they get sent to hell. They're going to be presented either here or in the afterlife. I don't care what you say. That's the Jesus I serve. My Bible, my King James says God is love. Well, either he's got a split personality or he changes the minute we die. You know, into the furnace. You want to believe that? With the other 40,000, you know, follow the paper. What I give you is nothing, so you can do what you want. You really think I'm going off track? We'll see. Down the road, we'll see. I don't believe I am. Bye-bye, honey.